pass goes down to Gilmer. Punches that football out of the pylon. Touchdown, UCLA! He's looking. He throws. Touchdown! Designed run. Cars his way in there. Touchdown! Tucks it. Zigzags. Heading right. Heading end zone. Nico Iamaleava! And we've gone from a funeral to a festival in Pasadena.
What a story. What a moment at the Rose Bowl and here at CBS. We are joined now by interim head coach for the Bruins, Tim Skipper, and offensive coordinator, if I may, Jerry Neuheisel. He was calling the plays. Guys, we obviously had so much fun watching our own Rick Neuheisel, watching Jerry Neuheisel and this team. But this team, Coach Skipper, took on a vibe, and it seemed to be set by you. And we could sense it in your pregame interview with Jenny. There was fun in the air. There was belief. How would you describe the attitude your team took into that game against Penn State?
Yeah, we played Northwestern the week before, and we were disappointed at how we started. So the main thing was we need to start better, and the main word that we used was strain. We wanted to strain every single play, every single quarter, all the way to the finish, and we needed to strain to finish that game. And the kids bought into it. The belief was at a high level, and it was exciting to see.
It certainly was exciting for me to see. I can guarantee you, because when Jerry told me he was calling plays, I said that's like going into the Lions' Den, literally and figuratively, given who was coming to town. You've done this, Tim, before. You were the interim coach at Fresno State. What lessons did you learn there that help you in this role?
Oh, man, I learned so much. I guess the first thing was how much non-football stuff I have to deal with. So just getting menus for lunch and dinner and the schedules and making sure we're in the right places, that got me ahead of the game. I could answer questions now. Before I was like, oh, let me go find out and let me see. Now I knew kind of what to expect and how the kids were going to be and things like that. So I was ahead of the game as far as being able to answer questions and prepared for all the stuff that has nothing to do with the actual play on the field.
Jerry, you got the job on Tuesday after practice.
Tuesday, 5 o'clock.
Tuesday, 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, son. That's just the way it is. Let me just say this. You knew that there couldn't be much new. How did you get the guys to believe in the plan?
First and foremost, I love that the tagline by your name now just says Jerry's dad. Forever I was Rick's son. Now you're Jerry's dad. So that fires. But I would say it was always there. It was about giving them a plan that I thought was right up their wheelhouse, one that they could own, one that when we ran a play, it didn't matter what they ran, but they would have an answer to it. And giving them one with confidence and just doing the things that we've been good at for the last 5 weeks and not trying to overcomplicate it, but just give us an opportunity to win. And I think they responded, went out and played the hardest I've ever seen a team play. And from the jump, you could tell there was this excitement, this belief that today was our day. And just one of those special days. And now we got to try to turn this moment into momentum and try to keep it rolling.
And of all the great moments, Jerry, from last Saturday, perhaps the most pleasing to watch was you go through your description of the headset. What happened with you trying to call plays on the headset? Have you got a chance to get him a tutorial, Coach?
We figured it out now.
Here's the worst part. They hit us up. The company hit us up and sent us a different button so I can't mess it up anymore. I'm sitting here going, I'm learning. I'm getting used to it. I promise it will never be an issue again. We've got it handled. We are, even as coaches, we're still coachable.
And what was the deal with that? It was like you had the microphone up above your head and then you didn't press the button sometimes?
I wish I could tell you it was one issue, but there's two.
He's technologically challenged. He gets that from me.
That one, yeah, this is one. But when you put the headset up, they couldn't hear me, so I understood that was an easy one to fix. That happened like one time. We even got the play in. That was good. But on the button, there's two different parts. There's a top button and a mid button, and you're supposed to hit one or the other, and I just missed the right button to hit.
Well, you guys hit all the right buttons Saturday, and I'm glad they let this half Bruin join in the fun here.
I would say this.
But, Coach Skipper, I want to ask you. Go ahead, Jerry. I'm sorry.
I would say our quarterback overcame his coaching on a couple different plays. He called the right one, made us look good.
That is cool. I was saying, thanks for letting this half-Bruin join in the fun. Coach Skipper, when you were handed the keys, what was the first thing you identified as you needed to change or you needed to take to another level or upgrade?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think our energy levels were really low, really, really low. So I kind of was like, all right, we're going to go to training camp for a week because it was a bye week. So we practiced, but not only that, we went bowling as a team, and we got out of the building. And I think that really brought us together, and everybody took a little deep breath and was like, okay, we're out of the football element, and let's compete doing something different. So I split up the team into different bowling lanes, and everybody was competing and getting to know each other and on a different level. And then we also ate dinner at the bowling alley also. So we were there for about 2 hours, and I thought the bonding and the energy picked up from that point on. And then the next week we got into a game week and just changed some things with practice and things like that so it could flow a little better, get the energy levels up. And I thought it's been working really, really well.
Okay, that's over and done with. All that jubilation from this win this past weekend. How, moving forward, do you get this team to refocus and understand the job's not done?
Yeah, that started on Sunday. And the main question I asked the team, and we're going to ask every single day, are we one-hit wonders? Is this going to be our identity, or are we going to play this way all the time, or is it just a one-time thing? So that's the challenge. It's a personal challenge and a team challenge that we attack the practice field, and the product on Saturday needs to reflect how it was last Saturday, every single Saturday.
Keep rolling strikes, I guess. We did have a couple lingering questions from the other day, though, because Coach Neuheisel, the first, always looking out. That makes you the second. So always, like when Mrs. Neuheisel, when Susan is in the area of a game or a broadcast, Rick's always making sure she's all set. And it sounded like she either was going to get tickets or ask.
Did she ever call you for tickets, or did she buy them herself?
She knows. She called Nicole. Nicole got her tickets. It was all squared away. She called my wife. It was all squared away. But she's been in football too long. I know she would have never called me on a game day, even though I would tell her. Mom, I will always get you tickets. Don't worry.
Wise.
There's always multiple.
We were worried. We're glad that was settled. We're glad that's settled. Well, congratulations, guys. I mean, look, even my Penn State in-laws were happy for you. But like, did you see weaknesses that you were exploiting, or what was the ingredients in this magical soup that we saw take hold?
I mean, I'm going to put it back on our players. I think the way they practiced that week, the things that they wanted to accomplish, and the way they came out in that game, they made us as a coaching staff look good. And it's just the kind of kids we get here at UCLA, and kind of why I love this place. You know, you get kids that just love ball, that love everything that comes with it. And I think, unfortunately, we just didn't start the season off the way we wanted to, but we finally kind of put the pieces together, and now got to keep it rolling. Got to keep all the momentum that we've built and try to keep this rolling into Michigan State.
Hey, Coach, how much fun was your quarterback having Saturday? It looked like it's not the first time he was having that much fun, but it was pretty doggone close.
No, it was unbelievable. He made plays, and all of a sudden, when things broke down, his ability to extend plays with his legs, like, those are the things you can't account for. And as a coordinator, and you're trying to call plays, you know, you never plan for that to happen. You're trying to plan it that all 11 people, it's going to be perfect. But then all of a sudden, he takes off, and it's one of those things. It's like, no, oh yes, thank you, keep going. And so it's like, I don't know. He's one of those players, and you just try to give him as much space as you can on the field to be able to operate.
Hey, guys, I don't want you to drop anybody in the grease, but this performance, it was always in this team. Why hadn't we witnessed it before? Why hadn't you seen this?
I think the belief level, man, the belief. I mean, the guys bought in a short period of time of everything that we've been doing. They didn't let themselves get emotionally hijacked, you know. There's a new defensive coordinator, new head coach, new play caller, offensive coordinator, as you said earlier, and not to get emotionally hijacked, I think, was huge. And they responded to all the new faces and voices. And we went out there Saturday and put it all together, man. And they strained for 4 quarters, and it was exciting to see.
Please give our best to defensive coordinator Kevin Coyle.
Yes.
What a job he did. I mean, he was an analyst at Syracuse a couple of weeks ago.
And look what's happened to
them. And now he's the coordinator at UCLA. It's amazing what can be accomplished when everybody believes in something. Yeah. And Jerry, your grandfather would be very proud, but you know what he'd tell you right now, don't you?
Oh, I know exactly what he'd tell me. I don't know if it's airworthy, if I'm allowed to say it, but I know what he'd tell me.
And what would he say about your hair?
Oh, I would have had to cut my hair. This would never have made it. Absolutely not. If my grandpa saw me, this hair would have been cut Saturday afternoon right after the game.
Love it. Wait, can you say what your dad would have said?
Pinch yourself where, Jer?
Uh-oh.
Pinch yourself in the ass and get going. The famous Neuheisel moniker. Pinch yourself in the ass and get going.
That's what you guys said before the game, isn't it?
On to Michigan State.
Yep. Keep smiling. Keep the vibe alive. And thanks for coming down those steps today, guys. Good luck.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Good luck, guys.
All right.